Okay, folks, it is November 1st. We are on the job site with our new grinder. I'm just going to show you what we're going to do here with the grinder, get set up here. We're on a commercial industrial facility. I do have permission to film, but I'm trying to limit the areas that I show. So I'm going to show you the grinders here. We'll get going. All right, so as you guys remember in our last video clip, we got the new Workmaster XL5. This is a 17-inch cut. What I wanted to show is the difference with these heads. I'm going to put this on a tripod so I can show you the difference here. Okay. So what I wanted to explain is this is our large grinder, the HTC 800. This is what they call a planetary grinder. And the reason why it's planetary is they rotate like planets around the Earth. So you can see you rotate this. These discs spin, and then the whole disc spins the opposite direction. That's the planetary grinder. This one is not. These are all stationary heads, and they all rotate like that in opposite pattern. So the plan is we're going to use this mostly for edging, although you can do polishing with it. I've never tried it, so we'll find out. But we have this hooked up to our 483 phase, so it runs off the power of all our other equipment. So we'll get this set up and get started. I know there's a lot of background noise here. I might make a voiceover and all this stuff, but we're just getting ready to start up now. This is the first time we're turning this on. Here we go.
So I do have to say, what does amaze me about this grinder is how close it gets to the wall. Now this is the first time I'm ever grinding with this. We are removing a coating, and there's a thinset and glue underneath it. We actually kind of threw this thing into the fire. This is a lot for any grinder to do. But look at this. On the first pass, this thing ground right up to the wall. It left 1/8 of an inch up against the wall. Now, I run 483 phase, and I'm glad I run the 483 phase because I will admit this thing did bog down a couple times when I got into heavy glue, which any grinder would do. What we also find out later in this clip is even for our large 32-inch grinder, this coating was quite a challenge to take care of. But it did work. It worked really well, and for us, I think this is going to be a great complement to our equipment. What I did want to show is look at how tight this thing gets in the corners. Even if I used my 6-inch hand grinder and went to get in that corner, I'm not going to get any closer than that got to that corner. So now I don't need to crawl around on the floor with my hand grinder. Because there's so many repairs on this floor, I still ended up having to get the hand grinder out a little bit later, but this saves a lot of time on the edges. So now Jeff takes over with the Workmaster, and he's going to start doing those edges. I am going to get set up to start doing the cove behind him. So what we're doing is the perimeter first, then I'm going to do the cove base, and then we're going to grind the rest of the floor. That way I can work while Jeff grinds.
Okay, so we have all the cove base done. I'm going to take you for a little walk here to show you some of the detail. We're just getting ready now to grind the whole floor. We got a grinder set up. There's our vacuum system behind me there. I'll show you in closer detail. All right, here's our vacuum system. It's an 800 CFM blast track vacuum system. And there's our grinder. That's a HTC 800 Classic. That's a 32-inch cut grinder. And it's a very dustless machine. So anyway, here's the cove. Now I'm going to come around while Jeff's grinding and pick those little crumbs up, grind those off, dress these edges up a little bit. He's going to grind this whole thing. And then we have to saw cut the joints open and fill the joints and grind over those and then put our prime coat down. Okay, so we're just getting ready to start here. We had a quick bite of lunch.
Alright, so we're going to start grinding this on time lapse here, and we had a hard time dialing this thing in. We changed the diamonds probably 4 or 5 times throughout the whole process until we got the right compound. The concrete acted as if it was real soft when we first started, but it wasn't. So we had actually one of our softest diamond compounds on the grinder to cut the concrete. But Jeff starts grinding away. I'm going to dress these edges up, and we're going to make our way across this floor slowly. So as Jeff is continuing to grind here, I'm now going to start saw cutting the joints open and filling the joints with the polyurea filler.
Okay, so we're at the end of day 2. So we're encountering some pretty tough concrete grinding this. There's a coating on it, there's glue underneath it that we couldn't tell. So anyway, we're about, I don't know, 2/3 of the way ground. And here's the line right behind me there. So what had happened is everything ground behind me. I cut the joints open right away and I filled them right behind Jeff. So I'll show you what I did there. Prime coat on. We're going to call it a day. We will see you tomorrow. Okay, folks, day number 3. We're back here in the morning. So Jeff is going to continue grinding this last area, which is, I'm going to take a guess, I don't know, 1,000 square feet, 1,500 square feet, something like that. In the meantime, I'm going to be behind him. I'm going to be cutting joints open, patching all the little holes. There's lots of like nail holes and stuff in this floor that need to be patched. So I'm going to be using the CFS 343 for that, and just detailing behind him while he's grinding here. I'm going to put this on time lapse in the corner and you can watch us work.
So Jeff starts grinding, and we burn out a set of diamonds, so we had to change the diamonds out. It's very hard to see in the background, it's going so quick, but I'm saw cutting the joints. I pre-fill the joints with sand in the bottom to hold the material from running out, and then I fill it with the polyurea joint filler. Finish cleaning up the edges here, finishing the rest of the joints. Then we start the cleanup process. We have to pick up all the debris that's left on the floor, and Jeff is going to start vacuuming in the background here while I finish doing the patching in the front. So it's very important that you do a good vacuum job, otherwise you're going to have these little crumbs in the coating. We're only doing a 3-coat system, so you'll see any crumbs if you leave them in there. So he's doing a thorough vacuum job. I'm finishing the patching, and we're moving up to the end.